Peace and power, Instructor X of the Huey P. Newton Gun Club. Today we're going to talk about gun ownership, specifically within the black family. As president or chairman of the Huey P. Newton Gun Club, I believe it is in our best interest as a people for every black family to own an AR-15. It's okay to have a pistol. Most likely that is going to be the firearm that you're going to necessarily use in a self-defense situation, especially if you're out in a public atmosphere. You're not going to be tracking around an AR-15 or a 24-inch barrel shotgun. So a pistol is a necessity, but also a necessity for us and our people is to own an AR-15. We look at how the gun laws have went in this country. Of course, back during the slavery period, we were prohibited from being firearms owners, all except a small minority of us who were free black slaves and possibly had slaves themselves. They were probably the only gun owners of that period. After the Civil War, black men and women started arming themselves, but were restricted from ownership through bogus gun laws that were enacted by the country itself in certain states, certain black laws that kept firearms out of the hand of those that were deemed legal black gun owners. So it has taken a transitionary period from the 1860s all the way up until probably the last 25 years that black people have really gotten on board with arming themselves in massive numbers. And I believe it was the year 2020 when black people, for the first time in the history of this country, bought more firearms than other ethnic group in this country. So today's video is every black man and every black woman in this country needs to arm themselves with an AR-15 for defensive purposes. With the AR-15, it gives you the ability to fight from anywhere from 5 yards out to possibly 500 yards. Max effective range being around 400 yards, but you can shoot a lot further as you progress your skill set. But we know the conditions that we're in and we know what we're facing in this country. And I think it is our responsibility to arm as many black people as we can. We want to see AR-15s in every household. That way, if there is a social breakdown, like we saw in 2006 at Hurricane Katrina, so I'm giving you evidence society could break down, that we have the ability to defend ourselves. We know rogue groups came through New Orleans and shot and killed a lot of black men and women who did not have the ability to defend themselves. Even the black men and women who were murdered on the bridge trying to cross into a safer area did not have the ability to defend themselves. So if you think that a situation like that couldn't arise again, then you are wrong. You are wrong. But you would rather be safe than sorry. Get you an AR-15, add it to your collection. Sisters, it's easy for you to use. It's easy for you to learn the platform and how the mechanisms function. And you don't have to break the bank. This is an aerial precision. We got a 20 round magazine because of the Facebook restrictions. YouTube restrictions. We're not on Facebook. As you can see, the firearm is empty. I'm not going to get into all that. I always clear my firearms before I do any type of videos or anything like that. But it is imperative that as a nation, we arm ourselves in self-defense. And, before you guys get on here and start talking about race baiting and all that, it really has nothing to do with that. But nobody has paid attention to the platform or ideological belief of black men and women being able to defend themselves. And that is all that I am speaking on. I am not asking anybody to go out and be aggressive towards any other ethnic group. None of that. But what I am saying, it is time for us to be our own first responders within our communities and to protect our community. So again, we encourage all black men and women to become legal firearm owners in this country. And again, families, ladies, you too. Every household must have an AR-15 and 1,000 rounds for each AR-15 that you are in ownership of. Again, Instructor X of the Huey P. Newton Gun Club. Peace and power.